Hi there, I'm Glenn, and I'm making Aqua Mundo, a waterpark tycoon game where you get to create your own waterpark, decorate it, and fill it with pools, slides, lazy rivers, and much more. So last video was a while ago, and that's because I had to take a break for mental health reasons. But for the past few weeks I have been back at work, and I'm really happy with the progress so far. First of all, I have some exciting news, which I haven't really shared publicly yet, so yeah, here it is. So that's why this game will be getting published by Spelkollektivet. So we thought it was fun if we could sign the actual contract now. Yes. If James has the papers with him.
Oh no, really? Here. Oh my god.
These are the papers.
Sorry. Watch James capture another soul.
So, Spelkollektivet is a co-living co-working space for game developers in Sweden, and I have been living here since January of this year, and I really like it here. And they also have a publishing side for some of the games that are being developed here in the house. And from the first moment I showed my game, there was interest. So that's why we decided to collaborate, and Spelkollektivet will be publishing Aqua Mundo. So that's really exciting. Also, I now have an artist working on the game, and soon I will be able to show more of the characters he has been working on for the game. So definitely look forward to that. I'm really happy with how they are coming together. But then about the progress I have made so far. Before I had the break, I already worked on pools, lazy rivers, and slides. Also the decoration and the terrain editor. But I wasn't really satisfied with how the pool editor worked. The way the pool data was constructed was difficult to work with, and there was a flaw in my triangulation algorithm for procedurally generating the pool mesh. Also, you could only create straight pool edges. So the pool had a few things that I wasn't really happy with. The past few weeks I have been completely remaking that tool from the ground up. So now you can have curved edges, you can place items, and I've also set up the groundwork for allowing the player to build swim-up pool bars. Swim-up pool bars are really a feature I wanted to add. I love seeing pictures of people just being in a pool, drinking a cocktail, and just relaxing. So that's definitely something I have to have in my game. But let's just jump into what I have been doing so far on the pool editor. So this was the first version of the pool editor. As you can see, I'm inspired by games that let you have a blueprint approach to building things. Basically, you draw lines, and then once those lines make sense to create a pool, the mesh will be created. So here you see that I have drawn some edges to the pool. Also, there are some depth transition areas. And what that means is that on both sides of that transition area, you can have a different depth for the pool. So the system for creating pools is a lot more flexible now than it was before, so I'm really happy with that. Also in the bottom left, you can see that I have started work on the pool bar area, mainly the area where the employees will stand to serve the guests in the pool, but I have yet to develop that further. So I have made some more progress on the pool editor, so I just want to show how the process is of building a pool. You start of course by drawing the lines, the outline of how the pool shape should be. It's really easy to make curved lines by just scrolling while you're drawing the line. And then once you have connected everything, the pool mesh gets generated automatically. And then the fun can start. You can add depth transition areas and start to play with how deep the pool is in different areas. Of course, it's also possible to create islands. So like I mentioned before, it's really nice to be able to customize the pool that way. I just love making all the diagonal pieces curved, because even though this is still a grid-based game, the pools now look much more natural, and I'm really happy with the look. So now I have also added the system to place items in the pool. Depending on what type they are, they will either snap to the wall or just be able to be placed wherever on the floor of the pool. Also, they are dynamic, so whenever you change the depth of the pool, the items will automatically adapt to that. So I'm really happy with the system. For example, the stairs here, you can see that they change depending on how deep the pool is. And then something I think is really satisfying, I have added an animation for the pool filling up. So once you're done creating your pool, you just press finish editing, and then you will see the water slowly going up. And yeah, I'm just really happy with how that looks so far. Also, just to quickly show this, this is a pool which has a bar counter that I mentioned earlier in the video. And here you are able to place bar stools, so the guests in the pool will be able to sit at the bar. So I've done a lot of thinking, and I'm not happy with how the pool bar area works right now. So right now, to have an area for the employees to serve drinks, you need to create that area by drawing a different type of lines. This creates a lot of edge cases, and it makes things more complicated both for me, the developer, and also the player, because there will be more lines and more rules to follow, and it really just becomes quite unintuitive. So I'm thinking about ways to fix that, and I think I have had a breakthrough about this. And the idea I have now basically also solves some design issues I had related to the paths system. So I think I will keep that for the next video. I'm really excited to create the path system now, which will then allow the players, or at least the guests, to move around and jump in the pool. And the path system will be made in such a way that it will also accommodate for the pool bar areas for employees. So I think that will work out nicely, but we'll see that in the next video. So that was it for the progress I have to show for this video, but I will be back next month in January with a new video. It will normally be about paths, so that will be fun. In the meantime, if you want to continue following the progress of this game, you can follow me on X. I post some more regular updates there with screenshots, or you can join our Discord server for the game. It creates a nice sense of community, and you're able to suggest different ideas you have, or you can talk directly to me about something. So yeah, that's it for this time, and I will see you next month. Bye!